Hi everyone. This short video will introduce you to PDSA cycles, a simple structure for planning and studying a new solution for your workplace. Let's get started. The purpose of this video, we're going to talk about the purpose and value of the PDSA cycle and then review steps to conduct a cycle. Okay, so let's first start with purpose and value. So the overall purpose is really to test and refine improvements to a process or a system. We want to do it in a safe and controlled environment. And just like testing a new type of paint in a small corner of the house, we can test solutions on a small scale before scaling it up. We can show our solutions are effective, and we can promote a culture of continuous improvement. We can empower our team members, and we can increase transparency and accountability. Okay, first, before we go into the steps, let's see how the PDSA cycle fits into an entire quality improvement framework. So here, this framework that you see shows that we start with a project aim, then identify and prioritize obstacles that can get in the way to a higher level of performance. We identify the interventions to help us out and decide how to measure the impact of those interventions. And then at that point, we're ready to test and study our intervention. Let's briefly talk about aim statements. So these statements help communicate the purpose and the scope of our project in a concise way. First, we determine what we are trying to accomplish and include specific language about how we define success and the time period. Here is, this aim statement is okay. Well, actually, you could call it a poor aim statement. So here it says, increase the follow-up after hospitalization for mental illness with a 7-day post-discharge. I mean, that's okay, but we can improve it. Here's a better one. So here it says, increase the follow-up after hospitalization for mental illness within 7 days post-discharge by 8% from January 2024 to August 2024. So notice that we have a specific time period and just more precise language about how we're measuring an improvement. And then here's a template that you can use. This template uses healthcare language. If you're not working in healthcare, then you can modify as needed. There are many templates available. This is just one. Okay, so let's get into the actual PDSA cycle. Here you can see all 4 phases of the cycle. Plan, where we define the objectives and outline the steps. Do, where we implement the actual activity or solution. And then study, where we analyze the results. And then finally, act, where we apply the results to the next cycle, or we implement the activity on a full scale. It really depends on what decision we make at that stage. Our intervention will go much smoother with careful planning. So let's talk about that phase. In this phase, we want to answer the following questions. Who will implement the plan? What exactly will be done? Where will they implement the plan? And when will the plan be implemented and how long will it take? If we can at least answer those questions, then we are completing the plan phase. Okay, here's a template that you can use. You can see that we have space for the aim statement and then also the goal of our intervention or activity or solution, whatever we want to call it. And then we have 4 fields where we can answer those questions about who, what, where, and when. And then here is an example. You can see the aim statement, which is to increase follow-up after hospitalization. We have our goal, and then we have who, what, where, and when. And again, this example uses healthcare language. Okay, once our planning is in place, we can continue by actually executing our plan, observing what happens, and identifying any unexpected problems. I recommend using a short testing period, usually 1 to 4 weeks. And the reason for that is because we need enough time to collect enough data for our analysis, but not too much time such that we lose momentum and attention. So we have to find that balance in the time period. Okay, and then we're going back to the template, and here we have just an open field where we can simply record how we are testing the new solution, and we can include as much or as little information as needed. And so here we just simply record that we implemented a prediction model. Okay, after the testing is done, we can quickly analyze the results and compare the data to what we predicted. We should be able to answer the questions, did we meet our goal, and what did we learn? Okay, so we can go back to our record, our template, and we can again include as much or as little information as we want in our evaluation. And then so here, in this template, we're just simply recording yes or no if the model was created, yes or no was it implemented, and then yes or no did we monitor it on a weekly basis. A very simple record. Again, you can make it as detailed or as simple as you want. In fact, you could include charts or tables and other visualization tools. Okay, at this point, we can decide our next step. We're very close to the end of the PDSA cycle. If we meet our plan, our goal, then we can lock it in, monitor it, and scale it up to a higher level. If not, then we can regroup and try again. Before the redo, we should identify the modifications to the plan. So perhaps we want to try a different solution or include more monitoring or data collection. It's up to the team. And then we keep running the cycle as needed until we are satisfied with the results. Okay, and then here's the template, and it has a very simple field where you can just document whether you're going to monitor, revise, or do some other kind of decision. And so then here in this example, we decide that we are satisfied with the results, and so we're just going to monitor the prediction model. And again, this is just one example of a template. There are other templates out there that may require more information. Okay, so here are additional tips for our consideration. First, start small and focus on a single change at a time. PDSA cycles are supposed to occur on a small scale. Second, involve the stakeholders whenever appropriate. That increases buy-in and ownership. Third, use the cycle on a regular basis to monitor and improve the process. Fourth, celebrate your successes and embrace your failures. Failures only mean that there is another, better way to address the problem. And then last, keep striving for improvement. A PDSA cycle is simply a structured approach to problem solving, and we all do problem solving on a daily basis. We are natural problem solvers, so PDSA is just a way to provide a little bit of structure to that natural problem solving. Okay, so that's the end of this video. The next step is to review the examples and the templates available in this training. Thank you for watching.